What's good, family? Now, listen, I need to say something that might change the way you look at your entire YouTube journey. Because a lot of us, right? I noticed that we're using YouTube, but we're not actually using YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I know you probably like, what is Stash talking about? But look, just tap in, right? We posting videos, we going live, we dropping shorts, but there's no real system behind it. And I feel honestly when there's no system, that's when, us as creators start feeling lost. You know what I mean? That's where we start overthinking and we start questioning and wondering if what it is we doing is gonna even work. And trust me, right? Trust me, I'm saying this because I know that feeling. You feel me? I'm actually practically in that situation right now because, I got the low views. I'm figuring things out in like real time, trying to grow while still showing up every day. So what I did was I stopped looking at YouTube as something like that's just regular and started looking at it like an actual business. You know what I mean? Like a real brand. And once I did that, everything started to make more sense.
It's time. Welcome to the vibe.
So I'm gonna break down my mindset when it comes to this whole YouTube platform, right? First thing I had to understand was this. My long form content, that's my product, you feel me? That's the main thing I'm offering to the world. That's where basically my messages live, you feel me? That's where my message lives. That's where my value is. That's what I feel like people are subscribing to me for, you understand? And most importantly, that's what I feel like brands look at first because, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it don't happen, but I feel like they're not judging you off of your shorts or they're not judging you off just your live streams. They looking at your long form and asking, can this person hold attention? Can they tell a story? Do people actually care about what it is they're saying? You know what I mean? So I had to get real with myself and be like, if this is my product, then I gotta treat it like one. You know what I mean? So all that uploading and just waiting for the algorithm to push me, I was like, that's over with. I'm not doing that. It's time to like craft up this whole situation. Like actually put some intentions behind what it is I'm doing, which means making sure every video stands for something. You know what I mean? Then I started looking at my shorts differently as well. My shorts is something that I look at differently as well. I stopped treating my shorts like some random throwaway type of situation and started treating them like basically my own personal commercials. You know what I'm saying? Shorts is not the whole movie, it's the trailer. You know what I mean? It's the preview. It's the moment that make somebody say, hold on, who is this? So now, you know what I mean, when I post a short, I'm thinking, how can I give them just enough, you know what I mean, to make them want more? You know what I mean? Not the full message. You know what I mean? Not the full message, just, a piece of it. You know what I mean? Just the part that I feel like is gonna hit and eventually bring them in, because the goal isn't just views. The goal is also conversations, turning a random viewer into somebody that taps into your whole world. You know what I mean? Now, let's talk about live streams, right? Live streams is another, key object on YouTube that I feel like a lot of us content creators use, right? Because this one changed everything for me. You know what I mean? I used to think going live was just, all right, let me hop on and talk. You feel what I'm saying? But nah, you feel me? This is where the real connection happens. This is where people get to, pause, feel you in real time, your energy, your personality, your presence. And that matters more than anything because people don't just subscribe to content. You feel me? They subscribe to people. So now I look at my lives like two things. You feel me? One, exposure. Two, connection. Exposure because new people can find you when you go live. You know what I'm saying? And connection because your current people is able to get more of an idea of who you are as a person. You know what I mean? That's how I feel like you build real supporters and not just viewers. Then I started thinking bigger, right? Like I started thinking, all right, how about when, you know, us as creators do collabs? You feel me? I stopped looking at collabs like, let's just make a video together because we friends and we subscribe to each other. Nah, I stopped looking at it like that and started looking at it like, you know, that's my own personal press run. You know what I mean? Like I'm pulling up on different content creators' channels, different content creators' platforms, and, you know, promoting myself. That they have a different audience, they have different community. And when I go there, I'm introducing myself. That's how I feel like, you know what I mean, I also expand my brand. That's how you break out of, you know, your circle and don't be considered circle jerk. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you stay in the same room, you're gonna keep seeing the same faces. And that's pretty much how you get caught up in that whole situation, right? So another thing, last but not least, right? There's something that's on YouTube that's called the community tab. A lot of people sleep on the community tab, you know what I mean? But I'm about to put y'all on with this as well. I look at the community tab as my personal billboard, you know what I mean? That's where I talk directly to my people, you know what I mean? Give them updates, thoughts, you know what I mean? Even ask questions. That's where the relationship grows outside of just the videos, because your channel isn't just content, you know what I mean? It's also a space, it's a community. So when people when people all, you know, come together, this is what it looks like, you feel me? So I'm gonna just break down everything I say before I get up off this, right? Just to give you a little recap. Hopefully I can remember. I remember I said long form, right? Tap in, y'all, because this is important. Long form, that's your product. You feel me? Shorts, that's like your commercial. That's your trailer. You know what I mean? Lives, that's connection and exposure. You know what I'm saying? Collabs, that's the press run. And the community tab, that's your billboard. And overall, like your YouTube channel, that's your brand. Now, let me say this too before I get up out of here, because this is where a lot of creators get it messed up. You can't be out here moving like you bigger than a program. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be out here moving like you bigger than a program while depending on a platform to push you. You feel me? That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? You posting your content, waiting on the algorithm. But like, you're not actually going outside and connecting with the people. You're not building relationships. You're not tapping into real conversations. You're not putting your name in rooms that don't know you yet. And that's the part I feel like a lot of people skip. Yes, this is YouTube, but it's still people, y'all. Real people who watch your videos. Real people who decide if they care or not. So if you're not outside, if you're not in these YouTube streets, then how you expect people to even know you exist? Word of mouth is still one of the strongest things we got. You feel what I'm saying? One person telling another person, yo, you should check this content creator out. I'm telling you, that hits different. That's how I managed to grow most of my community. And on top of that, when you really out here networking, building like with real people, you never know who you're gonna meet. You might run into somebody, right, that opens a door for you. Somebody that puts you in position to, you know, connect with somebody you may not have been able to connect with if you didn't go out there and network, you know what I mean? But that don't happen if you just sitting back, you feel me? Waiting to be discovered or waiting for the algorithm to push you out. You gotta show up. Now, here's the part I really need you to hear. I know I said that was the last thing, but this is an important video and I wanna really put y'all on the game. You don't need to do more, you feel me? Only thing you need to do is be intentional, because a lot of us creators right now, they burning themselves out, you feel me? Just posting, but nothing is connecting, you feel me? No strategy, no system. It's just like motion. And motion don't always mean progress. I'm not telling you this as somebody that, you know, made it already or, you know, feel like I'm all big and mighty. Nah, I'm telling you this as somebody that's currently in the process and doing it right now. You know what I mean? Figuring it out in real time with you. You know what I mean? I'm taking the hits. You feel me? I'm seeing the low views. But guess what? I'm still showing up because I believe in where this is going. And if you watching this right now, you probably in the same space trying to figure it out, trying to grow, you know what I mean? Trying to make this all make sense. Listen, I'm not trying to sound like no guru. I'm far from it. You feel me? I'm far from it. But you can use this as an example. This is really something you can build on and really make, you know, your own. Because at the end of the day, this platform gives us everything we need. We just got to use it in the right way. And more importantly, we got to believe in what we building. Even when it's not obvious yet, you know what I mean? We still building. But one thing is for sure, right? When it all start clicking, when everything starts clicking, it's gonna make sense why it took this long. So stay consistent, stay intentional, and build something real. Thanks for watching, man. I'll see y'all on the next video. Yeah.